Season 1, low-key trash. Low-key trash. Low-key trash. Low-key trash.
Welcome to the bed.
Low-key trash. Low-key trash. Yo, listen, we've been creating forever, man. What do you mean creativity? You know, and that's people you carry along. Those people you carry along with you throughout life. Yo, listen, don't judge us. This is Cape Cod. View life on the tip of the Cape. You here with Berg?
Your boy Jay. Cheers,
You
my
know,
brother.
Cheers to the first season.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Wow. Here we are. I'm out here with my Roy's. View life and shit. Now we podcasting and shit.
I know a lot of people that like keep up with View Life. They think that we all kind of split up because of some of us moved away. How do you feel about that?
It's a fact. What do you mean?
Is it a fact as far as we split up, or
yeah, we always we like as a group.
Yeah,
like the bond never broke, but we definitely split up. Like yeah, like that's life. That's what you do in life. You leave and you come back and you explore. That's what everybody does. Like,
but a lot of people feel that View Life is over.
I don't care what they feel. It's just what's the fact though. We still have music every Friday, like exactly. I said.
And that's what I want to let the people know, man. We like you said, we explore. Me moving away.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you one quote that's been in my life for like over 10 years. That I've always thought about. Is like me and Sai. We had this conversation about, cause Sai always been traveling and shit, and we had this conversation about people feeling a certain way about people like separating and moving and shit, and like not talking, and they feel a certain way like, oh, this nigga's like not talking to me because he's mad or he tight. But like this nigga Sai was like, yo, like just cause niggas aren't talking to each other at a time or something like that, or split up, like it doesn't mean you're not friends. Like it's all about when you see that person. When you see that person again, if you get those same feelings, or you still feel like you don't feel any different. You know what I'm saying? Like, and ever since Sai told me that shit, that I like apply that shit to everybody I see and I meet. And like when I meet somebody and I see them again, even if it's after like 6 years or like 2 years or something like that, and they just give me that same energy back, I always appreciate that, and I give them even more respect when I see them again for treating me the same way, because they got the same energy, and you can just feel that shit, you know, like that's a real person, like, you know, and that's people you carry along. Those are the people who you carry along with you throughout life.
And I definitely for me, for instance, I feel me moving away, that was definitely another way for me discover more in my daily life, to capture more for like.
It was definitely different for you too, but you moved to another country and shit. Like you went a whole nother country. Like you're really starting over, like another country. It's like a new life. You're starting an identity in another country. So
yeah, I'll get into that too. For you guys listening, I did move to another country. I went to the DR. I'm involved in basketball a lot, so I do a lot of basketball events and playing, and going to another country, I got to kind of observe, see a whole new lifestyle. It gave me a whole imagery of what I can write for new music, and you know, something always brings me back here because this is home for life. Got my family here, got my friends from day one, so no matter what, no matter how far we go,
this is always home.
Yeah, this is home.
This is home. Like that's the thing. Like people don't like to own that shit. Like it's a good place to grow up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
super
gonna
safe, man.
It's a good place to start your life. You know, start here, and then
start here and work your way somewhere else. Please,
I honestly feel like this is like if you wanted, it's like if you wanted to really take the natural route, the easy route, like life, you just start here, just get your feet wet, and then you go into the real world and just dive into that shit, and that's gonna really test you as a person. You're gonna find out who you are real fast. It's gonna either make or break you, but it's not for everybody. That's why some people leave and they come back. Some people leave and they never come back. You know, like they was never meant.
It's never meant for them to be here. Like, yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely give props to anyone who can find their way somewhere else and just make a living for themselves elsewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like anybody can do it. It's just as Dante would say, it's the will to get it. the will to get the will to get it. You know, it's like there's different levels. So it's like,
Yo, we young out here striving, man. We out here.
no, we're always striving. Always striving, man. Everybody should strive. You should all strive. Everybody should strive. Don't stop striving.
So
Just
what do
like
you
us.
see as a future for yourself in View Life?
Oh, what do you mean? What do I for myself in View Life?
Yeah.
What do you see? What do you see for yourself?
What I see for myself.
What do you see for? What do you see for us in View Life?
I see us all growing in different ways. Like, I mean, Silas, he's been putting out music for a while. I would say for myself personally, I want to start putting out my personal EPs, get myself out there more.
Yeah.
I was always more of a featured artist.
You have
since
mad songs though. You could like do that in one day.
but I do, and I think it's more of just releasing
Oh,
it
I
on
do.
platforms.
I do.
Like,
Excuse me, but I do have mad songs. don't ever question me.
I see myself more on the video editing side too, just kind of pursuing more of that as well. I would say me personally, I started writing when I was young. I remember 4th grade, my teacher introduced me to something called a limerick, and from there just every day doing limericks, and became writing music, and that just became something that I did all the time. I could be alone in my room, I could be with my friends, like something to do.
Limericks.
Limericks. That's where
Yeah,
started.
I was good at English, but I don't know what is a limerick actually. I can't even think of what a limerick is.
So a limerick is 5 lines.
All
The
right.
first 2 and 5th line rhyme,
Okay.
and the 3rd and 4th rhyme with 2 different words.
So
So it can be, I'll do something basic. I
Alright.
met a cat. He had a hat. I went to his crib.
I busted his wig,
Busted
and then
his
he's
wig.
fat.
Exactly.
That's a limerick.
It's a limerick.
Without the 6th line, without that last line. Yeah. It's 5 lines. Yeah, true. All right. Yeah.
dope. It's cool that we all work together as a team and kind of go off of each other.
Yeah, man.
And you guys definitely inspire me every day to keep doing what I do.
Oh. Yeah, this is every day is an inspiration. I agree. Every day, I actually be thinking about that. Like, it's like you wake up and it's like you can really be like tight and think like the reality of it, or you can just be grateful. You know,
For sure.
you gotta find that medium though. That like medium, like of like, what do you feel is like your peace and comfort zone versus like what you have to do and how you gonna get better the next day, you know?
Exactly.
And you gotta find it. It's like it's I don't know. I feel like it's like that's what you have to. One of those 4 things has to like grow every day, and you
It's
make
true.
that decision every day. You know?
Yeah. At the same time, have fun with it. Just, I mean, go out there and do what you do. But
Yeah,
make
have
sure it's
fun, but like something's got to improve.
Oh,
Whether it's
damn
whatever
right.
is fun or whatever is right or whatever is better for somebody else. Whether you're making someone else better or yourself, you know. Like if you take that time, you can always sleep better at night.
Do you see yourself doing more than just music as far as putting out art as well?
I think I already have done that. Not even intentionally, but off the strength of my Roy's just pushing me to do different things, and try different things, and forcing me to own it, which is even more so the hard part that a lot of people have a problem with. It's just like owning how good you are, like owning the work you've done, that you, even if you think it's for somebody else, you don't always feel like it's your work because you're doing it for someone else. But like once you learn like it is your work, and that whoever is it's for, they give you that credit, it's always like makes it that much better. Versus just like people say, oh, just do what you want to do. You can literally just do what you want to do. If you want to go and skip rocks all day, you can skip rocks all day. But if you're not getting no trophies for skipping them rocks, then you're just skipping rocks for nothing. You know, if nobody's giving you any credit for that, then what are you doing?
And I will say, you're an amazing artist. Have you ever thought of going to art school?
Yeah, but I'm not going. So, so this is what I'm doing. This is how I get my artisanal expression out with my Roy's on the podcast. And by my Roy's, I mean my homies, and there's like 5 of them, so
The real homies.
they know who they are. Shout out to Dom. Shout out to Dante. Y'all not here, but this is the first podcast. We appreciate y'all. You life, keep tipping. Listen, low key trash.
Talk about the living in P-Town. How is it growing up in P-Town?
Oh, growing up in P-Town? Oh. I owe a lot of my lessons to P-Town. You know? Especially with my personality. I'm 100% sure if I was anywhere else, I'd be in a lot more trouble than I've ever been in. If I was to stay anywhere else, this is the safest place. I feel like to grow up in.
Definitely far away from everything. We're even blessed to have like small little shops that we can get things. But yeah, it's I mean, it's a blessing to be out here. Growing up here is definitely unlike any other place we've ever traveled, ever been. I think working in itself is great just because if you got a place to live here, it's definitely good. They pay you good here. It's definitely a whole different place out here.
This is a place for the rebels. If you can literally make as much money as you want to out here. Just depends on how bad you want to work.
Yes.
And no one can take that from you. Like, you'll do whatever job you have to do to get what you want. People be coming to this town and making like 50 grand in the summer, and you wondering how they go back home with that shit, and they be living in Miami, and we still sitting here like, yo, this is where I live at. How you do that? How you make more money than me in one summer? Like, low key trash. Like,
you have anybody that you specifically listen to?
I'm listening to The Baby. I'm listening to Duke Deuce from Mississippi. I'm listening to Roddy Ricch. I'm listening to, actually, I was digging in the old Purple Haze vaults the other day. Cameron. I'm like, I'm digging in, I'm fucking with, actually, I think that's who. Yeah, I turn my shit on. That's what it goes. Either one of them, at least right now. It changes up though. You never know. Like, to me, my shit is so. I be switching up so randomly, and like, I'm inconsistent with my music, but I know what I like.
Yes.
I know it's real and I know it's fake, but I'm still gonna listen to what the fuck I want to listen to, regardless.
Are you a fan of the golden era age in hip hop?
Yeah, I'm a fan. That's the roots. That's like the fucking glue to whatever's left right now, you know? Like, that's the glue between the 80s and the 2000s is right there. That's what everybody conflicts about. There's no confliction about anybody in the millennials, and there's no confliction about the fucking old school shit. It's always about the shit, and everything that's in between that's who everybody's conflicted about, you know?
Talk your shit, Sway.
No, for real. That's what it is. And that's what niggas conflicted about. Like, niggas don't, you know? That's the conflict, and you can't really be like, it's either this or that, because hip-hop is still young, so.
Definitely. And I do appreciate what Primo's doing. Gathering all them guru tracks.
Well, yeah, like, exactly. Like,
man,
yeah, like, you can't even be, like, mad about those type of, that's still real music, even though, like, these new niggas don't fuck with it and talk about they don't fuck with it, but realistically, I know in their hearts they know that that's the real shit, but they just gotta stand up for what they believe in, and which is that new shit. And you gotta, I respect that. Like, I always respect that. Like, even like, I don't know, I just feel like that's almost what we were doing at one point. Like, we don't care what these old niggas think, like, whatever. But it wasn't on the internet. We were just doing it in real life. Like, put our shit on, you know. Like,
it's true.
We got the best music. We always knew we had the best music. We go to these parties, crash these parties, put our shit on, find out whoever's playing the music, put our shit on, or whatever it is, just put that shit on. We listen to it because it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna post about it or talk about it. It's different now.
Yeah, explain that too. The difference between how much internet has risen since we were young to now.
The thing is, like, I can't, like, we're old now. Well, I'm old. I don't know. Niggas is old in my head. We might not be old, but niggas is old in my head, and I feel like the way the internet is and the way niggas are on their phone and texting and voting and all that shit, like, that's a real thing. Like, I could never see myself going online to vote for somebody's single to be number one. But you're gonna listen to that shit on SoundCloud or Spotify. I'm not everywhere. I'm not in the whole world. So
You are familiar with I'll throw an artist out, Dave from the UK.
Oh, from the UK, yeah. But like, yeah, okay. So yeah, like, all right. I think it's interesting that like the drill sound is like now popular out here because I feel like we've always been digging into that shit a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, even a little bit, like all of us, like just a little bit, just digging into the.
Oh, for sure.
But like not really taking it seriously because like, oh, listen to these guys, they sound so proper. Mm-hmm. Like, how you gonna rap? It doesn't sound right. Like, how you gonna rap proper? Like, give you a cup of tea, pour in it with me. Like, no, who's gonna fucking take that seriously? That shit, like, you know. But they have a whole like you know.
They're talking shit though. They actually out there really.
But like, you gotta listen to it seriously. Like, you gotta like.
Oh, for sure.
Listen to it seriously. Like, you listening to something from out here. You know, like you gotta listen. You gotta really like listen to that shit. Like you listening to something from out here.
It definitely took me a while to actually like sit down and.
Well, it's really it's tough, but
it
like
is, yeah.
Niggas it's becoming commercial now when niggas like Pop Smoke and like Chef G, like these niggas is like they got that drill sound from the UK, take that shit to Harlem or to New York, period, Bronx, wherever, and you can take that shit and just throw some of that. Like, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? Niggas from New York, they know how to flip that shit, you know. Mm-hmm. They know how to hustle. Come on, man, take that shit, flip that shit, make a hit. If you really was to take your life, take it like if you just trying to get some views and get some sound and get some looks, like just follow the greatest, and then you can get that. And that's what happened. It hasn't changed. All these niggas still getting nose rings like Wayne did. Wayne had lip piercings. Niggas got lip piercings. Wayne dyed his hair. Niggas dyed their hair. Wayne got face tattoos. Niggas tatted their faces. Fucking Wayne wearing Bape. Bape going crazy right now. And shout out to the Clips because they had it first. Clips had the Bape shit first. You know, like all that shit. Even Pharrell, like they all was doing the same thing. They all listen to the same music. They all got the same ear, and that's why all those people stay in touch and still make songs and shit. And I think that's important. It's easy to get it mixed up now because everybody's the same. So it's like you don't know what somebody's looking for. You don't know what they're. You know. It's hard to read people, I think, especially in that industry now, because everybody has money now. Everybody got money out there.
True.
You could be in the industry for a year and you got more money than someone who's been in the industry for like fucking 5 years. And then whoever's been in the industry for that 5 years can't tell you shit because you got more money than them.
Yeah.
That's just the mentality though, and that's why I don't know, it's different. But people like the older you can tell the difference. You know, the rappers I've been talking about who think ahead. You know, rappers be thinking, the OG rappers, not OG, but in their heads, you can tell who's thinking ahead of thinking forward in the rap shit. You know, trying to really move the game forward. You know. See, that's the thing about these weird people like Wayne and Kanye. Like I guess it's like a personality thing. It's not even about like your mindset, because your mindset can be one thing. It's your personality that puts that mindset into action, you know? So it's like your like personality is what drives the mindset, you know? Like, and if you feel like, if your mind is telling you need to do this and do that, and your personality is like, oh, but I'm shy and shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh. But like, yeah, like being scared, like, you know, it's just like, those type of people, they just breeze through the drama. Like, you know, even Jay-Z, like all the successful people, they fuck up hard and then they fucking come up. And then they find the balance and then they're just floating, you know? Like a plane, like, you know, they get through the turbulence and then you're just cruising right to your freaking destination, you know? That shit's like, that's dope. It's like, how much are you willing to give up? How much stress? You know, because some people feel like you go through one thing and you feel like that's the end. Like, oh, like you could think like, oh, I'm gonna get arrested and then my life's over. It's like they're thinking like, fuck it, I gotta get arrested like 30 times before my life's over. I'm gonna just do what the fuck I want to do, and I'm gonna keep getting arrested, and I'm gonna tell you get what the fuck I want, or whatever it is. Whatever I'm doing is gonna pay for that shit. You know, like, because that's not what they're worried about. It's the goal. Like, the goal is to get to here, and if you getting a little. It doesn't matter what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
What is your favorite rap albums of the 2019?
My favorite rap albums?
Mm-hmm.
Astro World. It's my favorite this year. And then I also listened to Schoolboy Q album. Isn't it like, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm such a Schoolboy Q fan that I feel like I'd be giving him so much credit only because he deserves it. But like, I'm not gonna lie, like this, I like this last album only because he finally put something out, but it's not his best album, you know. But I gotta treat it as it is, you know. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, it's because I know Schoolboy Q is better than that. But I was fucking with that. Davies shit.
Yeah.
First of all, Davies was just dropping shit all. I was actually living off like singles this whole year. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I was literally living off singles and just people talking about they're gonna drop shit. I really just like been living off like a lot of new shit too, like Duke Deuce, like all these new guys. I like to give the new people some space in my brain, you know. Even if it's a waste, it's just like sometimes it's really worth it because a lot of the people I be listening to, they go farther than expected. I'm not gonna say I put people on first. I'm just gonna say the people who I know, who I listen to, go farther than expected. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do you feel that bars are more important than the melody, or vice versa? And explain.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like bars are It's actually been proven this year. This year, it's been proven to me that bars are literally what's gonna get you there. Like that's what's gonna get you there. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. Just keep spitting bars because there's groups out there that have been rapping for a long time and they finally getting their shine this year. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter who. We can talk about all these rappers, anybody who's in the top Billboard shit, and they still out rapping all of them. But you know what I'm saying? They just doing it right.
100% agree. I do feel
if you're really talking about rap and lyrics and music, like all three of those together in one, you can get it from this group, you know. But even though I listen to everybody, I listen to all these rappers, but like I feel like Lil Wayne in the like 2000s was the best combination of all the rap and one person. And it was like a short amount of time, but it was a good time for everybody because everybody was listening to Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, football players, baseball players, basketball players, moms, dads, grandmas, aunts, uncles. Everybody had a friggin' Lil Wayne song they knew or they loved or they hated. So it was like, it doesn't matter where you hear it. You're gonna get a reaction one way or another.
Definitely. Lil Wayne,
and that's crazy. That's crazy because you like now like you know, some people really don't know music at all. And back then, even people who didn't know music still knew who Lil Wayne was. Artists who don't even fucking dabble in hip hop, they like, oh, Lil Wayne, like, oh, I like this guy's style or his freaking dreads or whatever it might be. They was fucking with it. And they met him or whatever, you know?
Yeah, Lil Wayne for sure.
Even into rappers, you can still see a little bit of Wayne in everybody. Tattoos on their faces, dreads and all that.
He influenced a lot of people. Yeah, you're right.
Everybody know who was the first rapper doing that shit. Niggas was hating Wayne for what the fuck was going on at that point. Like hating him, like calling him a faggot, gay, all that shit. And now niggas do that shit. That's like a part of the uniform to rap now. You gotta have something. You gotta be leaning or you gotta be fucking dreaded up, tatted up. You get a clean person, like no, none of that right now. It's like, it's so hard, you know?
Be yourself.
Yeah, word.
Be yourself.
And that's part of it. Like at one time he was being himself, but even when he got crazy and started doing rock and roll and was trying to friggin', oh, thank you.
Oh, a little Nosh Houdini there, eh?
Oh, shit.
Hey, tell our viewers what you roll. What do you smoke with? It's backwards only?
I smoke, I honestly, alright, so I smoke backwards, but I just started learning about these frontos or tobacco leaves. I don't like tobacco leaf. It just sounds so much dirtier when I say that.
What state got the best weed?
What
state in the U.S. got the best weed?
California,
Ooh, over Colorado?
I never been to Colorado, so I don't know.
Shout out to Cali.
But California's the only state I've been to where I bought so much weed that I couldn't smoke it all and I had to flush it. So every other state I've been to, I can smoke all the weed I have or acquire. But California is like crazy. That weed is like strong as shit. I don't know how y'all niggas out there be smoking those big ass blunts, smoking those big ass gorilla fingers. That shit.
Hey, it's a custom, man. They're just accustomed to it.
I fucking got weed out there. I rolled the smallest blunt I could, and I lit it up and I took 2 hits and I said, I have too much weed. Like, I just knew. I knew I had too much weed. I knew it. Like, there was no denying it. It's like, because the thing about it is, like, when it's strong weed, you can feel that shit in your legs. Your legs be going out on you and shit, like walking like a chicken and shit. You don't even really, your legs be like, you're like, wait. It's like, low-key trash.
What's taking over this week is Disney Plus. That's all we keep hearing about.
Oh, Disney Plus. The memes are what's taking over.
The memes have been insane. Disney Plus is thick.
But oh my god. But is Disney Plus actually worth it though?
To be honest, man, if you grew up in the 90s.
Do you have it? Yeah.
So I just got it last night.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet, but I did get to see some of the shows on there. Kind of brings you back, man. You see shows like Smart Guys, Sister, Gargoyles, DuckTales, all them classic throwbacks. So, I mean, I'm excited to watch some shows. They got Brink. They got all the good Disney movies.
Oh, Brink. Yo,
Aladdin.
I swear to God, I used to think I was Brink. The Black Brink.
The Black Brink?
It was the Black Brink.
Yo, Brink was the show.
But
man.
I wouldn't go off any jumps. I would just rollerblade down the street.
Yo, Brink had a message too. Not a lot of people even know that.
No, Johnny Tsunami had a message.
Yeah, but Brink's message was, you can't chase the fame. Well, you can't leave your friends behind, pretty much. He left his friends for a little bit. He realized the fame's not everything if you don't have anybody.
Wow.
You know? With his friends, he got to.
What about Johnny though? What about Johnny? What was his message?
Johnny Tsunami. His message. To be honest, I don't remember that.
Ah, damn.
Johnny kept
yeah, no, you're right though. You're right though. You're right about the
Johnny
Brink.
Tsunami.
Brink. You're right about Brink.
The message was he can go out and do anything he wants. Like he doesn't have to stick to
surfing.
Sometimes
you gotta snowboard, bitch.
Exactly.
Sometimes you can't be the best surfer. You just gotta shit yourself snowboarding.
Yeah, find your own passion.
And then you're nice. Really and then you snowboard and you're nice. You nice. You better than everybody else. And then what? Then the big fish can't tell you shit.
Find your own passion. Yeah, I guess that was a message in Johnny Tsunami.
Right? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to watch Disney Plus. Hey, Gordito, can I get your password?
Gordito.
Nah? Gordito.
Hey, bring me back a burrito.
Fuck. Gordito.
Yeah, so Disney Plus is rising. How do you feel about...
Let me get the password.
How do you feel about Netflix and Hulu? Do you feel like because of Disney Plus, they're going downhill? Or you think Netflix is still going to be there for a while? A lot of...
Netflix isn't going anywhere. What do you think? Do you think Netflix is going anywhere?
I think
Netflix
is always up and down.
You're the one who's always putting me on to these new these newfangled applications where you can watch movies and stuff. You know, like it's like this. You know, when niggas are single, they just share those. That's the only thing niggas share is applications and passwords and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas,
well, I definitely feel Netflix is gonna be here for a while. Like me personally, Disney Plus is great, but I feel like, how many people are really gonna just go and watch a Disney movie or a Disney show?
No, I feel like Disney has adult stuff too now. Like I feel like niggas thought Disney was only for kids, but now there's adult things in Disney.
I hope.
Like I seen a Family Guy advertisement. Family Guy X Disney.
But I also feel like kids...
that means Disney owns Family Guy, and Family Guy is mad off the top rude.
But if you think about it, as kids, what were we watching for movies? They weren't like really kiddish shows.
Well, I would say I don't know what you were watching, but I was definitely watching kiddish things. I don't know what you mean, but I was definitely watching I was watching like fucking... I can remember watching like Power Rangers, fucking Blue's Clues, like Cartoon Network, like I don't know. I just remember watching that shit, and then I remember like slowly things changing by the shit. Like I was watching Courage the Cowardly Dog, and that was like a little like iffy and shit. Like there's just certain joints that there was like certain cartoons that were just adding in a little too much adult shit. Then
we had Beavis and Butthead, Red and Stimpy, Real Monsters, like Rocko's Modern Life.
Those are 3 cartoons that were way like those weren't for kids, but they made them for kids.
Yeah,
but those weren't for kids. Oh, all Real Monsters was my shit though. I love that shit. That was fire.
Real Monsters was fire. Gargoyles.
Everybody talking about Gargoyles.
Gargoyles was the best cartoon show ever.
Rick and Morty.
Above that, nobody knows what Rick and Morty is.
What? Rick and Morty. And I just found them out like 2 years ago too. So.
See, man, and Rick and Morty's been out for like 10 years.
Yeah, I'm sure.
15 years.
As we get younger, as we grow,
some of us,
as we marry, as we wed, as we marry, as we wed, as we leave, as we lead, do you feel like the internet is making us lazy?
Like a lot of people not outgoing anymore. As far as going to stores and trying out, like it must definitely ruin some of the stores for making money, just because you can order anything online now.
Oh yeah, like the whole ordering shit, like the 2-day shipping with Amazon. That's like, or overnight shipping. Yeah, that's a problem. That's like Amazon is shutting whole entire towns down.
It's true, and I'm actually like surprised. Due to the internet, we have things like Lyft and Uber. I'm surprised taxis are still running.
Yo, I swear to God, like those apps still make me. I still be wondering. I'm like, damn, like I can't believe that's a real thing. Like. Sometimes I used to think like we should have thought about that a long time ago, but then I just still think about the government and how they have so much control and everything. It's like they slow everything up, so we could probably be way more ahead in what's going on right now, but we can't because there's so many restrictions before you can let that shit even be out.
I mean, meeting girls now. You feel internet's helped that?
Yeah, I feel like the internet has definitely helped meeting girls for everybody. Yeah, hell yeah.
But it's taken away from actually getting to know someone.
It's taking away from your like.
If I'm sitting there texting someone,
value. That's what it does. It takes away from your value. If you're willing to risk your value, then go on Tinder and all that shit. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, risk your value.
So is Tinder the best platform?
No, I'm just any dating app you go on, you're risking your value because you never know what you're gonna end up with. So,
hey, to me, Instagram is the best.
I mean, I didn't even realize you could use Instagram for dating until like I got single. So I was like, like, oh wait, people sliding in the DMs. That's how you catch a joint. I have to slide right in there, somehow. Sliding in the DMs, sliding the DM. What the hell? Sliding in the DMs. What the hell? Low-key trash. Low-key trash. Low-key trash.